Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Good morning, Greg. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, YouTube. All right. We got about 6 minutes. 6 minutes to the cash market open. We had some news early on, and the market reacted to it. Let's take a quick look here. Give me a second. We had the PPI. We have at the top of the hour preliminary consumer sentiment, right? Consumer sentiment, top of the hour. So that's news coming up in 35 minutes. So watch out for that. Steven, good morning. Good morning. GED, good morning. How are you? All right. Here we go. I was trying to make a request for withdrawal. Trying to withdraw some money from my funded account. All right, so let's take a look here. What's going on? 200 and 100 are in sync on the short side. The market came up with news early on at 7:30 and reacted to it and closed the 200 into Rinko. Now, that sets us up for a target of 902. We got very close to it and reversed, and that's what this sequence is all about. So you're really in the first half an hour of the morning, we need to see that price action come down to 902 to conclude that candle, so we could have lower prices after that. We'll reevaluate the shorts if we break anything above 970, and we have a target of 74 after we hit that 902. Then we have a target at 37, and we have a target at 805. As long as the market continue to trade under 970. All right, here we go. Cash market open. Remember, there's news coming up at the top of the hour. ES is disconnected from NQ. I mean, it's running up while NQ is just running down. So that should tell you something right there, right? Sheila, good morning. Good morning, Sheila. Abe, good morning. Yeah, we're pushing here. We're pushing. So we should be getting to that target, 902. That's coming up very quickly here. See how sneaky they are. I mean, to the tick. To the tick. And remember where we're at. We're at the bottom end of the Globex band. But that's where the target is. And we should hit it. And target is hit. Next target is 877. Rallies are shortable against Globex of 952 and 940. So we're going to continue to look for rallies to short into this market as long as we don't challenge those higher structures. We have Harmony Zone number 1, which is 927 by 937. Harmony Zone number 2 is 52 by 62. And pullbacks or run-ups are shortable. ES is selling off. Let's take a look. Here we go. ES, we are looking at Harmony Zone number 1 as resistance at 37 by 40 and 43 by 46. And the target is 5,024 and a half. We'll reevaluate the short in ES if we break anything above 50.43. Here, they put a captain set up long and failed it. Yeah, that's something. They're coming back to challenge it. Okay, so be conscious of this. I mean, this is what tricked a lot of people yesterday. Um, the bottom end of the Globex band is a typical area where the market will come back to retest and consolidate there. So that's what we're seeing a little bit of right now. I'm still, as long as we're not breaking anything above this 940, I'm gonna be looking for these rallies to short into. On signals, obviously, I'm not gonna just run in on anything. I know GAD. I know you're biased on the long side, buddy, but I see the market differently. Good morning, Safe. How are you, buddy? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Till proven otherwise, this is what we're dealing with here. Remember, we have news coming up. That's a captain set up long. Okay, so they're putting two structures here to support the price, and they're bouncing it right back up. I get that. The 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side, so that's the direction I'm gonna be looking at for signals. But I'm very aware of what they're doing in this zone, which is an area of often and constant noise that they've done this. And yesterday was a perfect example of how they chop people up in and around this area. So just be careful. Give the market a little bit of time. It's early in the morning on a Friday. You know what we like to do on Friday. Spend plenty of time understanding the market, then get it done and go enjoy Friday. Long or short, doesn't matter. Just make good decisions. Can't get filled. Why? All right, so we're running into harmony zone number 1 as a resistance. All right, so if we get to 902, or 900 again, yeah, that'll be the resumption of the short pressure. $902. Hey, good morning, Steven. How are you, buddy? Here comes that 902. Let's see if we can get a trade going here short on rallies on signals. I mean, I cannot even move my orders here. Damn. I couldn't move my orders. My system's stuck. But I made 5 points on that trade. It has potential for more money. Is anybody having any technical issues? Or is just me? I know somebody in YouTube, I mean GED on YouTube, was having issues. I was trying to move my orders around to slip the order a little bit further down. She couldn't get it done. All right, that's an issue here. Let me see here. What did we make off of this trade? We made a little bit of money. I wanted to stay in it. Okay, well, not anymore. My internet is not slow, but it's acting up. So that was that decision that I just made right here. On that trade, made 100. All right. So back to the original story that we were talking about, right? That story is this zone at the bottom end of the Globex band is notorious for this type of behavior. Where the market just basically spends a lot of time here and bounce, and even sometimes it will go and run the market past harmony zone number one, then bring it back in, and it's just a chop zone. It literally was doing the same exact, similar things to what we're seeing today. That was a captain setup short right there at that 900. So they're playing around the bottom end of the Globex band and a whole number. So they like to spend time here. right, the market is in harmony on the short side with a target at 877. And here we go again, another rotation lower. And the target is 87, 877 is coming up. ES target is 50.24 and a half. It's acting stronger than NQ, but ultimately here comes the 877. Yeah, that's a quote issue. You may want to refresh. I'm gonna have to let me see here. Get rid of this for now. Reduce the load. Okay, so we hit the 877, right? So what is the next target on NQ? It's 852. Harmony zone number 1 and 2 shifted to 902 by 912 and 927 by 937. And we are looking at that target of 852. The market is in sync on the short side. We will reevaluate this idea if we break anything above 920 and 900. So 900 will get us to start thinking, it's like, all right, well, maybe the market is shifting. 920, that puts us on a pause from trying to get short. And we're looking for signals. I mean, you have a captain set up short right here and a retest of it. I saw that one. I left it alone. It was really good, but I'm just trying to be. I don't want to be in a trade around the news anyway. So remember, target is 852. Okay, that's a 3. Yeah, that's a good one. 84, 85. Okay. Oh, that would have happened. All right. So one thing that I'm looking at here that's an issue, if we break 92 again, that would put on a captain setup long on the 40 NT wrinkle. So from the short perspective, I don't want to see 92, right? Because that would, in a way, put a pause on the idea of trying to go short. We are in a channel on the downside, and the price is progressing toward our targets. 852 is the next target, and we're moving toward it. ES is not really truly moving along in the way it's moving. It's just still holding on to its structure. It's still short, but there's not a lot of push in that instrument. And here comes our target, 852, and target is hit. Harmony zone number 1 and 2 shifted to 877 by 887 and 902 by 912. That's harmony zone number 2 as resistance. Both of those are resistance levels. Harmony zone number 1 and 2. And rallies are shortable and continue to be shortable in this market. And with the next target of 827, mind you one thing, we are in the middle of the range on the 200 NT wrinkle, and that the market will try to pause here, meaning that I'm expecting multiple rotations on the upside from this zone, and you're going to start seeing it right now. But again, the bigger push is the next target, which is 827. You're looking at a market it's a short. We're coming up on news at 851. Any rally I'm seeing or I see, I'm looking for signals to go short till proven otherwise. So here when I say a pause, it's if traders are coming into a reversion to the mean type of a trade, you typically get a pause right in the middle of that range, which is right here. So you could see it right there. Like, look at that. Look at that. Here it even paused. Oh Jesus. And not pausing nothing here. Okay. Well, they don't want to do it then. They don't have to do it. So target is hit. And the next target of this rotation is 802. That's a whole number. That's a whole number. I'm looking for rallies to short into this market, like we said. I'm passing on this price action because of the news, but ultimately these are good trades. And you had multiple railroad shorts. You had a switch trade here, another switch trade here, a third switch trade here. Every single one of these is a short signal. Next target is 802. Selling, boys. Going, going, gone. Can I get my 900 back? Hey, Adam. Good morning, Adam. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, buddy? We're getting better price action now off ES toward that target of 24. But look how many targets did we hit on NQ, and now we're approaching the first target in that rotation short in ES. So ES is trying to catch up. Next target 802. 802 is hit. The next target after that is Vegas number 777. You gotta love that. 777. Why I am not into any of this. Why I'm not into any of this. 777, biggest number. Let's go. I mentally I made a decision. Is like, hey, listen, I want to wait after the news. 777. I was hoping to see. I was hoping for us to spend more time looking at that target. Next target is 752. 752. We're about to hit that one as well. ES is about to hit its target. Actually, it hit its target, and now we're moving to the next one. And the next one is 50, 18 and a quarter. So it's a full-fledged sell-off going on in the market. Don't get cute. Don't try to fade this till the market makes a bottom, because you don't know where that bottom is. You cannot predict it. The only way a trader can catch it is if they're averaging down as the price is moving. And that's a style of trading that's require capital and capacity to understand levels at a deeply. So if that's not you, don't do this. Just let the market make a bottom and then act accordingly. And the way the market is going to make a bottom, it's going to get very close to a target and not hit it. Then it's going to start making higher lows. And then the cloud will shift. Then it gets tested. Then the 200 and the 100 will get out of sync. Then the 200 will shift up and close. And that will happen at 852 if the market is to make a bottom right here. And if the market flips to 852, then the pullbacks become buyable and you'll have a lot of support under you protecting you. I don't have to catch the bottom on these markets to make money. 8:57, we got 3 minutes. All right, we got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes on the news. I'm not gonna establish any positions till the news is over, and we see how the market is gonna react to it. Hey, Omer, good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning, buddy. Tahir, good morning. I mean, you could tell that they're trying. They're trying ahead of the news. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to hold the price here. Um, so the reversion, here we go. News, 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 news. Boom. See you later. Try to buy this little rat. Oh, yeah. Boom. That's how you run the stops, baby. That's how you run the stops. 512 is target for ES. Next target for NQ is 702. Harmony zone number one is 52 by 62, 777. My number back again here. It's in play by 782. So we're hitting this resistance area and reacting to it. All right, let's see if I can get an order here. Oh yeah, good luck. Why am I not? Like I sent an order. Did you guys see my order go out? Yeah. So some quotes issue here. It's trying to get 42 short. Let me see if let me post an order and see if it's even showing up. Let's see here. All right, a potential captain setup long if we break anything above 752. So that is something that the market is building up right now, and we need to be conscious of. Anybody that is short does not need to see 52. It's going to put multiple rotations on the upside if they do that. So the 52 is a critical level, and we're not too far off from it. All right, I'm gonna post an order and see if it's, yeah, okay. Here we go. I mean, it's actually posting. Well, here comes that 52. Okay. So now we have a captain set up long on the 70 NT Renko. Pullbacks are buyable on a scalping basis only with tight stops. We're running into resistance areas right here. So you're gonna have to be, fairly careful with how you transact, but there's opportunities for some buying pressure to start stabilizing the structures that we're seeing here. And the stop to it is the low, really. I wouldn't be surprised if we see ourselves at 65.70 shortly. Okay, got stopped out on that one. That's fine. Just gonna keep them very tight and very small. Here we go again. They're running back up. we're just running into a very big resistance area. I mean, that's what it is. I'm gonna have to let them bust right through that area first, which they're gonna be doing, fairly quickly here. Why did I do that? Let me see here. Buy. Oh, no, that buy was good. That buy was good. Here comes the pressure. Yeah. That's good. They're gonna push it. They're gonna push it. Okay. So this is resistance, right? Harmony zone number one is resistance. We gotta bust right through it into the 65 in order for me to play this game. And the 20 has to hold. The 20 to the 25 has to hold for the longs. And the formation that we're talking about, that putting a little bit of stability to price action, is right here. This is a captain setup long on the 70 NT Rinko after a massive selling pressure. So that typically you'll get multiple candles in that direction that could take us all the way up to 800. And you're seeing a higher low here. I mean, I want to see 60. I want to see 60. I cannot move my orders around. Good Lord. Come on, guys. What is going on here with these orders? Okay. I'm gonna have to get out of these trades quick because I just don't. If there's issues with this, so I mean, we took a small profit. I'm looking for really a push up to 65. I mean, we got very close to it. We should be able to hold on to these structures right here and push to 65, 70, potentially 77 and 8 and the 80. Here you go. Yeah, I may have to reduce some of my charts as well in this high volume environment. Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm getting in there. I'm getting in there, right? If I'm having like technical issues with execution and moving, or I need to be able to move my orders without any, like, it needs to happen immediately. I don't want to be stuck in a trade and have system issues here. So you see in the 70s and the 77s, this is natural react. Well, yeah, we've seen weirder stuff, but that 70 NT Renko, that was the telling tale of price stability at that level, and that's a price stability that I can take a look at and say, hey, listen, I can justify taking longs here. I have a clear stop from a swing trade perspective, and I have clear stops as I scalp up this market. And that 777, come on, baby, let's go. We hit that level. Now we're at second line of resistance, by the way, of this harmony zone number 1 and 2, and we hit harmony zone number 2 and retracing off of it. I mean, don't count the shorts done. It's just we identified a pocket of buying interest that has levels that are stable and structures that supports it, and there's opportunities to scalp it to the upside, but the overall environment that we are in is short, and that environment exerts itself multiple times before eventually it will shift its personality. So just because we're seeing this pocket, that doesn't mean all of a sudden, this is the bottom. We don't know. How would I know that at least we have a short-term bottom? Well, the fact that we had that captain set up captain set up long on the 70 is the beginning of one, but you ultimately have to go to 802 because that will shift the market, the 200 and the 100 on the shorts, on the long side. I mean, you're seeing the reaction of 777 and harmony zone number 2. That's a resistance area. So, all right, this is a big idea right now. You get back up to 777, then what you have established is a captain setup switch trade long on the 70 NT Renko. Right, Omer? Now that will be an additional structure that helps support the price. So that is a big level for the longs if they manage to get up there. I need to pay attention to that. Okay. Here we go again. I'm having a hard time moving my orders. For God's sake, what's going on here? All right. I'll take that. I'll take that profit, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep trading if I don't have the capacity to move my orders. I mean, I'm understanding the market. But that's a 777. I should be adding to this trade up here, not even getting rid of anything. I mean, that's a big trade right there. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate it, buddy. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Appreciate you guys spending your day Friday with us. Let's make some money. Well, let's make good decisions first, right? Yeah, that trade with that captain set up long and the switch trade was just like literally where I got out is 77. That's an adding opportunity. I understand that I'm running into harmony zone number 2, which is a resistance area, but the way the market came up to that level, these pullbacks been buyable, and there was an extended push in there, so that's an adding opportunity. And then I have this monster, really, of structures, which is a captain setup switch trade. I mean, come on, everybody that's been around us here for a long time, you know, Omer, He knows the story. Adam knows the story. Safe knows this story very well, right? When you start seeing this kind of structure, so to to this structure, there's a couple of stops that needs to be considered. 51. So if this market ends up coming into 51, yeah, okay. So that tells me that this rotation of longs are coming to an potential end, and obviously the low of that structure is, you break it, it's all bets are off. Okay. Like, all right, let's go back to that initial pocket, right? So we got this captain set up as a long and the switch trade as a supporting structure. You got to protect that 51, you got to protect that 33, then ultimately you got to protect that low of 20 to 15. Okay? If we start dipping under the 50, it's just going to put the whole structure or that whole pocket of buyers under threat. Okay? Because that's not what the strong longs would need to be doing up here. I mean, in that area. Like, they would defend it a little bit differently if they're truly strong. Okay? Like, you're not going to immediately, right after putting a switch trade, come back down 2-3 candles later and just bust right through that switch trade. It just, that's not what we know them to be doing. Okay? So I gotta recognize the shift here, and the potential shift against that structure. See that 51? We got so close to it. Somebody heard me talking. Like, all right. Yeah, that's what makes me pause. So we're spending time in this neutral zone, and a lot of people would look at this structure and say, "Oh, this is head and shoulder," right? You know, so the break under 50 is that significant behavior that these type of traders will be looking for. So any head and shoulder trader is looking for that 50 as a breaking point, and they're gonna go start getting short in that. And how do you kill that type of a trader is to give them exactly what they want, which means you get to 50, you break under it, then reverse all the way back to 777, and then start running back up. And in essence, you're trapping them. So let's see if that's what they want to do with that type of trader. But we will be able to recognize it very quickly if that's what they're gonna do with them. I can even join them along the way because the 200 and the 100 are in sync. So really, yeah, see that? Here we go. 58. Here we go. Comes the 50 and boom. All right. Yeah, that was a good railroad short, and there's potential momentum that's going to step in. So that's the head and shoulder hold, excuse me, head and shoulder guys trying to push the price. Let's see if they're going to trap them. How would they do it? They get to 40, bounce it all the way back up. Look at these bastards. Oh, yeah. Tricky, tricky. They're tricky. Now you guys see that trap? You see how that trap got sprung? They almost target specific type of trader in structures, you know? So when there are so many traders trading a certain strategy, like a head and shoulder break, 9 out of 10 what the market does is try to target that type of a trader because the it's bec- it's become predictable stops. They all get short right here, and at the 77, most of them are blown, and definitely above 95, there's a lot of stops, And if you really want to shove it to them, that's where you take the price. You got to read between the lines. Excuse me, no 777. That's fine. The 200 and the 100 are out of, I mean, in sync on the short side. Okay? The 777 is what market got to get to. And there's another level here that I got to 57. 57 is the captain set up long on the 30 NT Rinko. Just watch it. I mean, you're sometimes we just gotta have to listen to this market and just watch it for a while. This is the a lower high, like right here. When we hit the 70, the market needs to go to 77 to seal the deal, and the shorts came back in. You know, if they're gonna come back in, they're gonna come back in. I mean, it's I just need to recognize it. The head and shoulder traders are still alive. So let me ask a question here because this is very important. What do you expect after you see a move of 300 points in NASDAQ? What would you think is going to happen? What should we expect to see? We should expect them to try to digest that price and that move, and you're gonna see a lot of consolidation patterns and traps, and traps on the upside, traps on the downside. They're trying to build up stops. So after a massive move, this is the kind of environment where you got to be selective. And for safety purposes, only start with one contract and add to it if it's paying you, and cut it off for a small stop if it's acting up. The tendency of most of us is to try to come in here and expect the next move to come, and ended up, buying on the way up, and the market pulls back, shorten at the bottom of a range, and the market runs back up because the market is consolidating, is not trending anymore. The 200 and the 100 are showing us, and actually still a market in sync on the short side, but the internals of the price action are not as conclusive. So what I'm expecting here is that bit of consolidation, and we're talking about the 777. So here we go, back again. Hey, DJ, man, you missed all the action. You missed it. Do you have a DJ job earlier on or something? There you go. They finally trapped the head and shoulder, guys. All right, I got you. So they broke it right here, got to the 777. We're back into harmony zone number 2. And ultimately, if we break above 92, that's kind of seals the deal there. Okay, brother, you're back in action. So we established that channel, multiple lower highs, and blew right through it. Hit the 777, and that trapped the head and shoulder guys that really had marginal trade at best in an area where they should have expected a continuation of the trend. And the market was, I think most people did not see this. They did not see this. If you're on a time chart, you didn't see this. I mean, that's only available if you have an actual Renko chart. And that's going to filter out time and give you that structure of a captain setup. It's going to give you a structure of a switch trade. Did not like the fact that they broke that 51. I get it. But that pullback ran into the body of the captain setup and gave it a little bit of support that made that push happen. And then trapped the head and shoulder traders they're looking at all of this and saying, oh, this is just a run-up, and then the trend is going to continue. But there's a failure to understand, I feel, that the captain setup and the switch trade was a significant formation. And the 200 and the 100 are in sync now on the long side. Pullbacks are buyable on a swing trade basis. The next target is 827. Harmony zone number 1 as a support is 70.77. Here we go. Back to my number. 777 to 767, then 52 by 42. Pullbacks are buyable. And we're heading toward that target of 827. In ES, they're lagging a little bit. We need to get to the 50.37 in order for that scenario to start materializing. But obviously, we came in within ticks of closing the 512, and the market just ran back up. So that is price stability in ES, definitely price stability in NQ, and we're seeing that move that we're seeing. So we hit target number 3 multiple times, came back in. Yeah, we're bouncing between these two levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, actually, they can take it to 95. Well, as long as they don't break 95. You know, a lot of times, DJ, I mean, it's not like they're stupid. They know that there's a lot of stops around 800. I mean, it's not like, this is breaking news. So they'll run down, take out the stops, come back up, and they just play that game over and over. So 95 is critical. They can play around 800 for a little bit. We'll see what they do. Yeah, they're gonna run this thing up. I mean, I think, but we'll see. I mean, I think there's better spots to go long. You know, I rather not get kind of tied up in here around target number 3 after the market extended and the market's consolidation. Like, a lot of traders would look at this and say, hey, listen, this is a bull flag, right? You got to think how other traders think. So that is what they call a bull flag. Okay, I get it. How do you get rid of these guys? You break it down, then run it back up. So that's probably most likely what they're going to do. Shingo, good morning. It's literally just drop it, get rid of the bull flag guys, and then reverse it. So that's a scenario. In When the 200 and the 100 are in sync, I'm looking for these pullbacks to buy into this market. That's what I'm looking for. I will reevaluate the long bias if we break anything under 65.55. That will put a halt on. There you go. Well, the bull flag people are working. They're trying to work. Adam, did you survive that move right there, down there? I'm hoping. Nope. What do you do? Ah. Yeah, I'm personally just gonna, you know, I want to see more out of this price structure. I mean, we're extended on the long side in a one big swoop of price action. The odds are we're going to spend some time consolidating here between target number 3 and 2, and potentially even retest harmony zone number 1, which is 777. I'm going to say this like a million times if I can. 777 and 767. Yeah, so here we go. Okay, well, that's the important part, Adam. Yeah, that zone right here was a little bit tricky. I mean, we recognize the head and shoulder guys and how you trap them, and this is exactly what the market did. It had multiple additional rotations in it, but ultimately that's exactly what they just did. They took out that type of a trader out of the equation. All right, so across the board, it's 9:50 right now. How is everybody doing? Mike, Greg, Matthew, Mike, Safe, Sheila, Tahir, Omer, Shingo, Phil, GED. How's everybody doing? Oh, I took some trades, Safe. Okay, how did you do? Mike is waiting and watching. That's called trading. Waiting and watching is trading. Oh, look at you, Safe. Look at you, a $500. I like it. Ooh, Matthew. Okay, Greg. All right, that's no problem. I mean, take a look. I mean, sometimes these losses are not a reflection of a bad system. It's just a reflection of the probability in the market. And the day's not over yet, so let's keep working. Let's keep working, Matthew. Let's keep working. What I didn't see, because I was looking at a different screen, but this captain, this captain set up short at 801. I don't know why I didn't see that, but that was a captain set up short, and they pushed it lower. They're coming in to retest harmony zone number one, so you're getting a bit of consolidation after that run up, and we're gonna have to read through it. I'm hoping my system, the system is. Let's see if I can put an order and how quickly my orders are coming. Okay, can I move my orders around? Nope. Still there's a lag. Let me try a short. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know why this is doing this. Okay, here we go. Cancel. All right. All right, so you go big. I'm assuming you swing trade, right? I mean, you look for bigger targets with big size. But you do you look for bigger trades, or I mean, are you scalping, or yeah, big size? Yeah, because I mean, if you're gonna be up that much or down that much, then you're taking size. 6 contracts. That's not too big. I mean, that's decent. But they add up though. Yes, they do. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I mean, okay. So did they take the head and shoulder guy? Not head and shoulder, but bull flag people and ran it back up. I think 70 switch. Yep, I see that. Running into the 40 NT wrinkle, Omer, captain setup. That's not. That's not. Okay, so where I'm at for the day. We're Mickey Mousing this market. That's what we're doing. That's where we at on these decisions that we took. That's where we at for the year so far. We're at equity high. And let's keep working. Just keep working. See that, Omer? Man, if they put on a captain setup here, that's a big deal. 85. 85 is a big deal. 85 is a big deal, guys. 85 is a big deal. Okay, 85 happened. I am going to be looking for rallies to short into on a scalping basis. Considering the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side, it just makes it a little bit difficult, but I'll show you a formation here that the market is just putting that is a very interesting one. That's fine, that's fine. I mean, you got a lot of formation, bro. Here we go. Let's see. You're not comfortable, you're not comfortable. Don't do it. I need a signal. One, two, three. I'm gonna have to actually wait for it to get there. Okay, 89. Let them do that. Let them do that. Okay. Okay, that's tricky. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't want to see 803. I don't want to see 803. That puts a pause on that idea. Yep. They put a pause on that idea. Let them come back in and break the 84. Then they need to come in and break the 84 again, or the 85. I mean, you have a captain set up short on the 70 NT Rinko running into a captain set up short that got tested on the 40 NT Rinko. So there's a lot of distribution structures up there. 20 NT Rinko is short. You have a channel 1 and 2 short. But not yet. That would be something if they break that captain setup. Anything above 8, what is it? That high, 820. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock? Okay. Okay. Well, that's something. That's something. When was the last time we saw that one, Omer? Yeah. Well, I mean, we had to wait. We had to wait for that 803 was the ticket. I mean, they really needed to kind of push. Like when they start running up like that, they did not need to go above 803, and they needed to put on a one candle reversal that never happened. So that kind of put me in a pause. It's like, all right, well, let them act according to the short narrative. Then they never did. They never gave us a signal. I mean, I like that 70 NT wrinkle captain set up short, but within it, the structure was not there. All right, we hit our target on the upside. The next target is 852, 852 in NQ. ES finally hit that target on on the reversal of that pattern, and the next target is 5043 and a quarter. Okay, so that's channel number one. Channel number one. So remember, the target that we have here is 852. We're looking for 852. Good morning, H. What's your name, please? Lorenzo. Okay. Thank you, Lorenzo. Welcome to the room. Any trades? Yes, we had multiples. So far, 4 decisions, 1 contract apiece, and this is where we at. That's a 248. That's a 248, and we're at equity high. And that's that. Yeah, since you're new here, there you go. Eight PAs here, and I have this other one that I haven't. I've been trying this company called Earn to Trade. So I passed their evaluation, and I'm in a funded account with them too. I'm actually liking them. I like their structure. Let's see here. I showed to you. So I copy some of these trades. Here we go, back to that target. I gotta focus on my trading here, but I'll show you this. That's my, it's called Helios, but that's just Earn to Trade funded account. And they tell you you have a choice: either you connect to a live account, like to the real market, or you connect to a live sim like you're doing in an Apex PA. So that's how I have it connected to a live sim, and it's with Helios. But man, I've been like copying some of these trades. I haven't had a losing trade, losing day with them. But I'm sitting here like literally just micro. See the beauty with them, and which is different than Apex, is you can like once you go into the PA, and let's assume I make a couple of $100, like I made $400 here. You could take a withdrawal for $400. You don't have to get a threshold. Like you don't have to get to a certain number. Like with Apex, I have to get to 2,500 on a 2,600 on a $50,000 account to be eligible for withdrawal. This, anytime, Friday, you make a request for whatever money is in your account, and on Tuesday they send you a wire. So I'm making my first withdrawal actually today with them, and I didn't expose anybody in the room to this firm because I want to go through it completely, and I want to take my first withdrawal from them, so I know it's real and they pay. So, but since we are here, we're here, and on Tuesday I'll let you know if I got my money or not. Well, this specific one is not Apex. Yeah. Well, I have it with Rhythmic. Oh, integrate with Rhythmic. No, I have to disconnect my Apex connection and go to their connection. So like if you want to watch that, so see that connections. So I have my Apex connection here. I have my personal account here, and I have Earn to Trade winner up here. So that's I just disconnect this, go back to that, and I'll trade their account. Oh shit. That's how I do that one. And I'm sitting here and there's trades to be had. Let's just focus on making money. Let me get you that. Give me a second. Ah, dang it. Target is 877. That's the next target. Let's just focus on money, money, money. Here we go. Making your money. It's a Friday. That's that. And for my peeps at YouTube, here we go. And everywhere else, that's the link as well. Take a look, see if it's something that you want to do. But I'm going through it right now. I passed their evaluations. I went into a PA, and I'm collecting my first paycheck from them. But I have not gotten it into my account. So Tuesday, I'll let you know. Did I get paid? Did I not get paid? What happened? Did somebody screw me? Nope. Because you never know, man, out there. You gotta do your due diligence, and that's what I'm trying to do here. So before I expose you guys to something, I'm gonna run through it and see if they're legit. If they're legit, I'll let you know. And it's legit when they pay. It's not legit if they don't pay. But that's just the one feature with them that I truly, truly like. And what happens is once I make 2,500 bucks in that account, which I should, no problem, is they will cancel that account for me, and they're upgrading me to the account, the $100,000 account. Then I have to make 3,500 bucks. Uh, Go through the link and study their program. It's really actually a bit novel. Once I, then they bump me to the next account. So then I have to make 3,500 bucks. I make it, they bump me to the next account, and they just keep bumping me till I get to the $200,000 account, and they cancel the prior account. So that's kind of novel. But anyway, so let's go back to. All right. So target number 3 is hit, and the next target for us is 877. Pullbacks are buyable in this environment. The market is in sync. On the long side, the 200 and the 100 are in sync. ES hit its target. The next target in ES is 5,049 and a half. Pullbacks are buyable in ES. Let's focus on trading. Okay, area of concern is, you see how close we got to that target, which is the 877, and we got faded here. You don't want to break anything under 51 because that will change the structure of that market. So as long as we continue to make shallow pullbacks, then the next target, especially here, will be hit and we can move on to the next target. Otherwise, we will get a deeper pullback, anything under 51. So that's something that I'm, watching. And we've seen this type of behavior, right? Where they get that close to a target and they then flush everybody. Yeah, yeah. No, it's the market is. The question I ask myself, are we reading the market accurately? That is the measure that I test myself on a daily basis is, do I understand what I'm looking at? Do I understand the risk associated with the levels that the market is producing? What is the signals that are generated and how they're performing? Who's getting trapped? Why and how? And how can I take advantage of that information? How can I process that information in a healthy way and profit from it? All these questions distinguish you from somebody that is going to be struggling. Too many questions, not enough money. Well, answering the questions will get you to a lot of money. Oh, Lord. Let's go back in history, and it's recent history, right? We saw what this. Do we all remember this? The Head and Shoulder little scam that they got going on. We understood that scam. We understood the 777, my number, and how if they bust right through it, things is gonna look very different. Sure enough, they just trapped enough traders in this idea of a breakdown and a continuation of the trend, and then they busted right through it. And people did not see the captain setup. They did not see the captain setup switch trade. They're just oblivious to the fact that the personality of the market shifted here. And your market read and how accurate it is, and the cost associated with that market read, that's the differentiator between you and somebody that is struggling. I got to read the market accurately. I got to assess the risk associated with that read, because sometimes I could read it accurately, but the risk associated with it could be more than I'm willing to pay right now. Like, for example, if I'm trying to keep my stops at 6 points, 24 ticks, and I'm looking for multiples of that risk in addition to adding to that trade as it moves in my direction, then I have to be super precise, because 6 points is not a lot of room in NQ. It's not. I'm almost like I'm diving within noise and trying to get to a point where I can capture a part of the price action where 6 points is relevant. right? So that's the game I'm playing right now. I mean, there are trades where I have to take, where I have to take bigger risk, but you know, right now I'm focused on a 6 point stop and a move that I can add to. All right, 10:30, we got. All right. Hmm. Target is hit. Next target is 902. Harmony zone number one and two as support has shifted. Support number one is 52 by 42. Zone number two is 27 by 17. Pullbacks are buyable. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break anything under 35, 835. ES is heading toward its target of 5,049 and a half. Pullbacks are buyable. Harmony zone number one is 5,037 by 34, 30 by 27, 75. We'll reevaluate ES longs if we break anything under 33. All right, so we hit channel number 2 on this rotation. Retesting. There's a little bit of green and done. That's the way to go. Omer, good job, buddy. Good read today. Yeah. Well, we didn't fall for it, right? The first captain setup switch trade was solid, but the one after that was a little definitely scammy. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, they're holding on to that channel. Ultimately, unless we break that 40-30, that these pullbacks are viable. Next target is 902, and ES is 55.75. Yeah, there's a distribution going on here. I get it. I mean, we have support right here, distribution up in the 70 to the 80 level. We need the market needs to protect that 40 to the 30 level in order to continue the upward momentum. The market is in sync on the long side, but we're seeing this pocket of pressure that's building. Captain set up short on the 50. Yeah, that's another deal. 60 and 80. Yeah, let's see. See this right here? When I was talking about the distribution that the market is putting on, that's what I'm talking about. You know, that's an actual short signal. Captain set up short at that 57. We had the opposite of it earlier on, right here. So we had the long version of it up here, and then now we have the short version of it that's pushing the price a little bit lower. That's, we'll see how far that's going to go, but as long as we don't break that 79, they're going to be a bit of a distribution structures as we get up there to that 70. And they protected that 40 to the 30 level, so you're just getting this pocket right here. It's a box. It's a box of prices right here, where the bottom end of it gets bought, the top end of it gets distributed, and they're just spending time. And what they're trying to do is build stops right above it and right under it. And depending on how much accumulation of those stops, then they're gonna react to them. Oh, Darvis, yeah, I like Darvis boxes. This one is not. It's called Harmony Box. They're better than Darvis. It is an upside down boat, isn't it? I was actually looking at it. Yeah, it does look like an upside down boat. Okay, so by popular request, this is what you're seeing. All right, this guy's drowning. So if we break that bottom end of it right here, we're gonna get a move lower. If you start breaking anything above that, which is 70 and 75, then this boat is gonna flip back up. Save this guy. All right, happy Adam now. Ooh, look at that. They're trying to come again. They're trying. Target is 902. ES target 55.75. We're at Globex in ES. 50.49.5 is Globex. Very good, man. Let me see here. And yeah, NQ's Globex is quite a distance away. It's 952. Can you imagine them running that all the way back up to Globex? I mean, that's just the ultimate. You know what I'm about to say? Have a good one, Said. Good job. All right, guys, it's 11 o'clock. It's a Friday. We read the market good. This is where we at for the day, and that's pretty much where I'm gonna end it. And we're at equity high at 248 and 10167. And equity curve is fairly decent. I mean, it's just a 45-degree angle going up, and we're just gonna keep stringing winning days one after the other. We're gonna have our days where things don't pay you, but guess what? Big days are always coming. That's FOMC meeting, man. I tell you, I gotta avoid that day. But here we go. And those are the days. That's it for me, guys. We will do this again bright and early. Winning is a habit, right? You practice every single time. Winning becomes a habit. We'll see you on the next one. Yeah, that's where I'm heading to. Today my day off, but actually tomorrow I'll go back in to the gym. Emotional consistency leads to trading consistency, right? It's all in how you manage your emotions. Don't get too excited when you win. Don't get too excited when you expand. And make sure that I mean, literally, our job is about an hour, hour and a half. That's it. Cage these demons for an hour and a half. That's my goal. All right, brother. Ladies, gentlemen, we'll see you on the next one.